Hey guys, it's Gus Weathers here, and welcome to my channel, or welcome the fuck back to my channel, bitch. What the fuck is up, and what the fuck is going on? I'm back. What the fuck is up? And I wanted to start my like YouTube journey and shit like that, or whatever, you know, my like YouTube short girl shit or whatever like that. I didn't really necessarily want to go the like vlog route, because like YouTube nowadays, it's like you literally walk up to someone and you're like, thought son or thought daughter. That's never gonna be me. I can't do that, you guys. Literally, I always just wanted to pull the Tana Mojo route. That's always just been my dream. Do like little set down story times and shit like that, because I feel like there's a lot of fucking shit that I've done and went through at the age of like literal 12 that I'm like, that would just be fun to like, you know, talk about and explain and like, you know, just sit down, have a story time. So you guys, yeah, hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, grab some popcorn, sit down, play with your fucking pussy, and watch this with me, you guys. So this is gonna be a story time about the time that I was literally arrested at the age of 13 or something like that. I literally had like a sex orgy at the end of it and stuff like that. This would have been in 2015, so I would have been 14. Yeah, I definitely would have been 14 at the time. This was the time that like, you know, when you're just younger, you like want to do stuff and then you just want to go back to school on that Monday and just tell everyone all the crazy shit you did. That's what me and Tabor did, and we always just had to like outdo ourselves, and like everyone in the school, we were like, oh my god, we have to do like crystal meth this weekend and go back to school Monday and let everyone know that we literally shoved crystal meth in our pussy. That was basically us. She, you know, wasn't really allowed to do that much stuff. My dad was never home. So we literally were allowed to just walk out the fucking door if we wanted to. You know, she came over. We literally were just hanging out, like minding our own business, literally in this room right here. She told me that these people wanted to hang out. She was like, so do you want to go hang out with them? Like, it's this guy named Tyler Cole. So the guy that was driving was Cole. Then there was Taylor. And then there was, or Tyler. And then there was two girls, two twins, like literally two twin sisters. They were like, yeah, we're trying to pull up, like we're trying to hang out. Mind you, at this time, I just started drinking and I just started smoking. They were like, yeah, we got smoke, we got drink on us, let us pull up. Bitch, I was ready as fuck. Free alcohol and free weed. Ain't gotta tell me fucking twice. And their boys, like, I don't give a fuck. It was like, yeah, we should go do that. That would be really, really fun. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so down. Like, why not? Literally, let's do it. So we had a feed store. There, literally, my house is like right here, right? And then right down the street is like this fucking blue feed store. It's not there anymore, but it's an old feed store and it was called Cranes. So when we would sneak out, we would always have people go there and park at Cranes. And then we would walk from my house to Cranes. We told them to meet up with us at Cranes. So we were like, just go to Cranes, park at Cranes, and then we'll meet with you guys there. So they were driving this way far, kind of, like at least 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Y'all are probably like, that's not far. It's far to me, I don't give a fuck. Me and Tabor are getting ready. I don't give a fuck. I'm probably literally in like some jogger sweatpants, my literal black Converse, and then literally just a fucking pullover hoodie. Who am I to impress? And number one, they also were like 26 and we were like 14. So like, what are you all doing? We're getting ready and Tabor, she's just a fucking whore. So she was putting those sissies up. And, you know, I just remember so vividly, like, she had her black hair. She's just straightening her hair, boobs up. And she's like, okay, but we have to go to Casey's. And Casey's is the gas station right down the street. And she's like, we have to go to Casey's because I have to get a Voss water and I have to get experiment gum. And she's like, I have to get the Voss water because I have to look rich. Like, I have to look rich. Bitch, look at my fucking walls. Like, they're picking us up right down the street. Bitch, this ain't no fucking lake house. We went to Casey's to go get all our shit and then we met up with them at Cranes. We see them parked in their truck up and above over there, yonder. We walk over there, you know, Tabor's obviously flirting with her man because she liked Tyler or Taylor or whatever. I didn't even remember his name at the time. Sorry if you're watching this. And me, I was just there for the fucking smokes, the drink. I don't give a fuck. The guy that was driving was so drunk off his fucking ass. I know, and you guys are like drunk driving and all this shit. Like, y'all are like, oh my god, bitch, I was 14. I wasn't driving. I was like 14. I don't give a fuck. Cancel 14-year-old Gus. Because I was getting in that car, bitch. The guy that was driving, he was Cole or something like that. And he was like, I need you guys to pierce my ears. What? Tabor was like, oh my god, okay, sure. She started like, you know, piercing his ear and we were piercing his ear. And so the two girls were in the front and then, oh, there was two guys. I don't know who the other fucking guy was, but there was Tyler. I just know Tyler or Taylor. They were in the back seat, the two guys, and then the two girls in the front, and then Cole, and then me and Tabor were about to hop in the back seat. Got done with piercing his fucking ear and stuff like that. Like, what the fuck? Tabor gets in the car. Like, literally, Tabor gets in the car, and I remember me about to get in the car. Like, my foot was literally touching off the ground. And then you just seen headlights pull up. Everyone in the car was like, who's that? Tabor literally flew out of the car, like literally almost fucking pushed me over and flew. And still to this day, she was like, I literally would have ran if I would have known you would have ran. Bitch, if that bitch would have run, I would have ran too. She didn't run, we didn't run. We're like standing there, and then we realized that it's literally a fucking cop. We're pissed. Like, I'm so fucking pissed off right now at this point. The cop's like, what are you all doing? Like, what's up? What are you all doing? They're like, nothing, we're just hanging out, like blah 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 blah. And so we're like literally just sitting there, like, you know, like, it's like literally like January 1st, bitch. Like, it's fucking freezing, like, and we're literally dressed like whores. Well, yeah, it's freezing as fuck. And it's fucking cold, and we're dressed like fucking cunts. You know, obviously the cop was like, what are you all doing? They were like, you know, driving around, all this stuff. And then I guess that there was like a beer in an open container in the front seat. So the cop was like, is that a beer? He was like, yeah. And he was like, get out of the car. We're like standing on the other side. So the cop's talking to him through this side of the car. We're on this side of the truck. And the cop's like, you guys over here too, like literally is telling all of us. He like literally makes us all line the fuck up. I was so fucking scared. And we're all lined up, and he's like, sit down, all of you. So he starts like, you know, pilfering through the car. The guy that owned the car, he's like, you can't go through my truck. Like, you can't go through my parents' truck. The cop then looks over at us and he goes, pretty sure I'm the fucking authority and I can do whatever the fuck I want. Spits on him. Spits on him. And that's when I was like, oh, this is awesome. Blue lives matter. That happened. He spit on us. He then starts looking through the car. Really goes, huh, y'all are going to jail tonight. Pulls out a fucking 30-pack of beer. Another 30-pack of beer. And I'm sitting there like, bitch. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Who's going to jail tonight? Literally looks into the back seat and he goes, oh, holy fucking shit. Y'all actually really are going to jail tonight. Pulls out, y'all, remind you, I just started smoking weed at the time. Just started smoking weed at the time. So I probably seemed like a G, half a G, if that. He pulls out an ounce of weed. Literally pulls out an ounce, pulls out another ounce, another 4 ounces, and 3 fucking 30 packs of Bud Light. Yeah. Puts it all out on the cop car. We're all lined up. We're sitting down. And I guess one of the guys like went to scoot over because there was like a rock under his ass. And the cop was like, oh, you're trying to fucking leave? Bet, bitch. Bet, bitch. He fucking handcuffed those two together. Literally handcuffed those two together. He goes, all of you, hands up now. And it's so fucking cold. We're literally sitting there like, like so fucking cold. I wish I could put it into words how fucking cold it was. And my house is 2 feet away, so I was so pissed off because I just wanted to be home, but no. So then that's when the cop was like, yeah, call your all's parents. For the whole time, Tabor was like, you know, she's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck. Once they said call the parents, she was done. She was done. She was crying. She was spitting. She was pissing. Like, she was pissed. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, oh my god. So I call my dad. I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, what? I'm like, could you come pick me up for Queens? Like, the cop's gonna go. So he was pissed off. He showed up. The only reason he wasn't as mad as he could have been is because he was already drunk off his ass, so he was just trying not to get a DUI because he was driving there. He was trying not to get in trouble, so he really didn't give a fuck because he was so drunk he couldn't even pay attention. He showed up, and instead of the cops explaining, because like me and Tabor weren't there, like, bitch, we weren't even there for 5 minutes. How the fuck are you gonna put us in the fucking, you know, in that situation? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, bitch, I should have at least got drunk and high. My dad pulled up. I think my dad was the first one. And the cop, like, you know, literally didn't even tell him anything. Didn't tell him anything. Literally just went like this to the top of the cop car. My dad literally, I swear to God, he was literally gonna beat my ass, like, in front of the cops. And I literally was like, cop was like, yeah, like, blah, blah, blah. And then my dad was like, okay, so can we take him? And he goes, yeah, no. He's gonna have to do a breathalyzer before we let him leave. Bitch, I did my first breathalyzer at 14. We had to wait on the other cops to get there with the breathalyzers, and obviously the K9 unit, because they were going through the car more. So the cops show up, more of the cops. There's probably like 10 at this fucking goddamn time. I can't even explain it. The guy with the breathalyzers come out, you know, they're like, here, blow on this. They're like, so, are you drunk? I was like, no, I don't drink. They said, we didn't fucking ask that. Blow on it. Oh fucking K. I blew on it. I passed. They were like, okay, like, I guess he's good to go. My dad was like, okay, bet. So we got in the car. You know, obviously my dad was like, give me your fucking phone. And I was like, let me explain myself. Let me fucking explain myself, bitch. He took my phone, but I still gotta explain myself. And I made up the biggest fucking lie in the history of the fucking world. And I literally said that we were walking to Casey's, and then we saw them parked. And so we stopped and went and talked to them for a minute, and then the cops just happened to show up at the same time that we were there. How original, how smart. I know, what can I fucking say? Tabor's parents went and picked up Tabor, so then she had to come by my house to come pick up the rest of her belongings, because obviously she was gonna be grounded for the rest of her fucking life. Her parents showed up. Tabor gets here, so Tabor walks in. Her stepmom is trying to follow her through the door. My dad's like, oh fuck no. Tabor's stepmom is like, no, don't let them alone. They're making up a lie and a story right now, so they collide. Which we were. My dad was like, no, they're fucking not. Thank you, Dad. Thank you for having my back on that one. Because we definitely were lying the fuck off our asses to you guys. Tabor left, I have no phone. So I literally was like sitting in my room and I was like, the fuck? I did not go through all of this to not post it on my spam account. Like, you got me fucked up. Fucked up. My dad fell asleep. I went into his room. I took my phone back. I have an old iPhone. I had the iPhone 5C at the time, which was my old iPhone that I had like thrown under my bed. So I took the SD card out of my present phone and then put it in my iPhone 5C. So then automatically my service went to that phone. So I just put my phone back in his drawer. I like literally didn't even give a fuck about it because I literally was able to get on my phone. I was able to get on Snapchat, and that's all that fucking mattered, and Instagram. Literally, that's all that matters. Literally get a call from a random like number. I'm literally like, how is this even working? Like, is that even possible? I like answer it. Hello? It was one of my friends at the time, and you guys, I had a hate train at the time. Like, I literally had, like, this was 8th grade, so I had the worst hate train in the history of the world. Like, a bad hate train. Like, everyone was against me. Like, I'm not kidding you, the odds were against me. Like, God gave his toughest, like, battles to his strongest soldiers, and that is literally what was happening, because I had a hate train. A guy that went to our school, he was popular as fuck, he called me, and he was like, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, nothing, like, I'm grounded. I literally just got fucking, like, arrested. Bye. And he's like, oh my god, what? Can me, blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah come over? It was 7. Why'd I put 7? It was 7 people. He's like, can we come over? Like, we need somewhere to crash. I was like, fuck it. The night's still young. I'm still kicking. Let's go. I'm like, I'll sneak them in. I don't give a fuck. They came over. I had all these people come over. There was one person there that me and him did not like each other because he was a person that was spreading one of the biggest fucking rumors about me, which was a bad rumor, a really bad rumor around about me, and everyone was believing it. Literally everyone. So me and him had bad blood. Like, I did not like him, but I was like, aha, bitch, look where the fuck you're at. Then the other one, I had the biggest crush on this other guy. Like, I'm not kidding you, the biggest crush, everything like that. So we're hanging out. I don't know why, but we get on the topic of like truth or something like that. Not truth or dare, because I'm a slut. I would have ended up sucking everyone's dick. We're doing truth or truth, and then they're like, Gus, blah, blah, blah. They ask me the question, and like, I answer it truthfully. And everyone's like, okay. They all turn, they look at him, they ask him the question. He actually told the fucking truth for the first time in the history of the fucking world. And his friend literally looks at him and goes, you literally swore on our friendship. And he was like, blah, 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 blah. So I was sitting there like, bitch, I didn't give a fuck. Literally, I went back to school and everyone was like, why didn't you record them admitting to it? Bitch, you think I give a fuck if people want to think that about me? Bitch, fuck you and fuck yourself. All I had to do was hear it for myself, bitch, and that's enough for me. They were all heading out. They were like, okay, well, we're gonna leave. We're gonna end up crashing at blah, blah, blah's house. And I was like, all right, deuces. When they were going to leave, the guy that I had a big crush on at the time, he was like, hey, so I think that me and are gonna, like, you know, crash, maybe take like just a 30-minute nap or something like that. And I'm sitting there like, I know what that means. I'm about to have to suck some mad dick. His friend's like, yeah, like, we'll stay here. I don't give a fuck. Long story long, we're just sitting there and they left. The friend's on the bed with me. He literally proceeds to get into his nightgown, which is literally just his fucking underwear. And a lot of people, yeah, that's what I don't get. How are you gonna sleep in my bed in your underwear? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm sitting there. Obviously, one thing leads to another. He's like, suck my cock, slut bitch. I was like, head, bitch, watch me, no fucking hands. I was giving him head. His friend was in the room and I was like, oh, fuck no. Like, you know how many people are trying to put me as a liar and get a fucking, they're trying to put me as a hate train. I said, bet, bitch. I'm gonna kick him in the bed. Like, so he had headphones in because he was playing a fucking video game on his phone. I don't know why. He probably knew that I was gonna be a fucking slut and he just didn't want to hear it. So I'm sitting there like, you know, doing my thing. And I needed to get his attention because I had to have someone see it for their own 2 eyes. Because, like, I was to the point where I was like, this is getting scary. People are going to think I'm, like, a literal pathological liar. So I start moving my legs and my shit like that. I started kicking this guy in the back of the head. So he turns around, he sees it. I don't know what to say. I get done with everything. Homeboy proceeds to play Bitch You Got Me Fucked Up by G-Eazy on the fucking TV. I was like, okay, I'm literally a fucking whore. He was like, yeah, we're about to head out. Adios, amigos. And I was like, alright, bye, like, see you guys later. So they ended up leaving and going back, and then I went back to school that Monday. Me and Tabor got to see each other again, and oh, we had a fucking field day, bitch. Like, we had a field day. We were like, look at us. Like, yeah, we got arrested. We got spit on by a fucking cop. We were like, yeah. And then me, I was like, oh, bitch, I had a fucking orgy. I got arrested. After that, I snuck 7 guys into my fucking bedroom. Like, bitch, I was like, yeah, I'm giving fucking cunt. And I was like, and it's all those bitches that are talking shit about me and being the biggest part of my hate train. They were all at my house. What can I say? And then, yeah, I literally, that's it. Long story long, that is the story about the time that I was arrested when I was 14 and then turned around and was a little slut butt. Thank you guys so much for the love and fucking support. I fucking love you guys so much. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for literally fucking watching. I couldn't even imagine someone literally listening to me. What? Like, what? I could never imagine that. So again, thank you so much from the bottom of my fucking bottom heart for rocking with me. Thank you guys. Remember, like, subscribe, and then just, yeah, love you guys.